second half, and they just kind of ran away?
Oh, gosh. I thought their defense was exceptional and really kind of cranked up in the second half. It might have been a little bit of us fading. Though we gave so much into that first half. We obviously came out trying to do that in the second half, but they just wear on you. I think at halftime, Wetzel and Mitchell were 10 for 13. The rest of the team was 3 for 20. We really talked about just trying to match Wetzel and Mitchell's physicality. We just couldn't, they were just man amongst boys down there around the rim at both ends of the court. We couldn't find a way to finish easily offensively, and then defensively, they just really hurt us around there. Sorry about that.
You guys have a chance when, obviously without Carlton, I get you don't have a whole lot of depth in the post, but if Corey's going to have an off night and then get himself thrown out of a game, do you guys have a chance?
I don't know. They're a great team. I think we, over the course of 40 minutes, the margin is so big for them that little things, it could be layups, it could be technicals, it could be Corey's. There's probably a lot of things you can put into that category, but that would obviously be one of them.
In the post, obviously, you don't have a whole lot of options there. Is there a point in the game where you just try and go small altogether and kind of give up on trying to score in the post?
Potentially, and we did at times. Obviously, Corey didn't play as much as he usually did, and there were times we obviously went to Vance and tried to spread it out, but unfortunately he couldn't get going in a rhythm either. So you're kind of looking at it. I think if the alternative was really clicking at a high level, then you'd say, let's run with this, but that wasn't working how we would want either. So you go back to Corey, hoping that maybe something could give there. But part of it's also San Diego State. They're obviously a terrific defensive team, and we just couldn't score in the second half. We had a lot of little, shots around the rim, be halfway down and go out, and those have to go down.
How good is that team? Were they deserving of a number one seed?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know enough about number one seeds. I coached against their team in 2012, played them in the NCAA tournament, and to me this team is better than that team. Flynn's defense alone today just, I think, sends a lot of messages to people. I think Mitchell's physicality on the rim. They're good, and they were good tonight. I thought our guys played hard. I thought we really tried. But you have to credit what is a terrific team on the other side.
You guys have obviously, you came into this game wanting to play much better, but you knew that there wasn't necessarily a whole lot of chance to come into this arena and win. How do you then get back on track with a UNLV game on Saturday, a Nevada game on Tuesday that are both winnable games in the pit, and can get you guys back into the into the top 5 kind of conversation?
I think our last 3 games we've been playing much better basketball. I thought the game at Fresno, you're 1-1 free throw away from winning it. We obviously played pretty well against Wyoming, and I thought for the most part for 32 minutes of tonight's game, I thought we played pretty well too. They're just, when we didn't play well in this game, they stretch it. They do that to everybody. There's a lot of teams that have come in here and either been up at half or been around, and then next thing you know, it turns into 20. They just keep coming, man. And like I said, I think their physicality around the rim was just something we could not find a way to offset in any way.
Mike Reed came over to you at one point when Corey was shooting those free throws and basically said you should get him out of here. He missed the second free throw. You had Vance ask.
At the desk.
What did Corey do right after that to earn the tech that basically
I don't know.
Mike?
After the first one, I explained to Chris or Mike, those two had a double technical in the first game. They're both the same.
Who was it the first game?
Corey and Fagan had.
It was Fagan on the taunting in the first half.
In the first game we played, in our first game, those two got at it. You could see it right off the bat in this game. There was already banter.
Was that what he got the taunting in the first half though? After that dunk, was he saying something to Fagan?
I didn't see that one. I just warned them of, hey, just be up. This is going both ways. I know we're looking at one person, but this is going maybe when you guys don't see. And credit to Fagan, credit to San Diego State for bringing out that kind of emotion where they do something and you do something, and then all of a sudden, their players are great. Every free throw, there's an arm around an official, and they're talking, and it's a credit to them. That's why they're a great basketball team. Corey obviously didn't have the maturity to kind of handle that in the best ways. I didn't see the first one, and quite honestly, I didn't see the second one. I'm trusting the officials that obviously he was out of line, and we'll go from there.
Okay. You now have everybody back. You have, you have your 2 guys back that are back for now in Jaquan and Vance. Neither one of them had an outstanding game. Vance didn't score till late in the second half. Those 2 guys coming back, is it a matter of them still being rusty and they'd been out for a while? Or is it the other guys just sort of had their thing going? Why are the 2 guys back the ones that maybe struggle to get going?
I think just because they are just back. Vance obviously been out for a while. I think you can see tonight his timing, his rhythm wasn't exactly where you would want it to be. Jaquan, obviously, I mean, Fagan is an elite defender, and he just occupies so much help. We're going to have to be able to make some shots when he kicks the ball out, and when we don't make those shots, I think Jaquan just presses even more, trying to make things happen because of the lack of faith of guys being able to make shots. And if we're not making threes, it's just really hard for us to open up the floor for, right now, Jaquan and Corey.
All right, last one from Ivante. He, I know, got a lot of those points late in the game.
Yeah.
Game was already probably out of hand, but he was clearly the one guy that was still doing something down the stretch. It's not that the other guys quit by any stretch, but he was the one that was playing the hardest down to the wire.
Yeah.
He's a guy that I know burns on a really high level. Tonight, I guess that worked. Other nights it doesn't. What can you do to kind of get that out of him in close games or in first halves and stuff like that?
I think part of it is he's barely finishing his freshman year. You know, if you look at the amount of games he played at Utah and the amount of games here, he hasn't even finished a full year, and he's really a freshman. And I'm so excited about what he's going to bring to us, our program, our team. But right now, we're going to have to live with a little bit of ups and downs. If some games you're going like this, and in other games you're going, that's exactly what we love about him. And we want him to be like all the other guys. But the reality is he maybe is a young Matt Mitchell. He is a young player that you're looking at going, you know what? In a year or two, this kid's going to be a really, really impactful player consistently on the court. Right now, it's just coming in spurts here and there. And when it happens, obviously, we're excited.